Okay guys, as the court has finally granted INEC access to reconfigure the BVAs for the upcoming election, Nigerians are asking questions. Hope this process will not terminate all the data evidences about the presidential election. Guys, this has caused a lot of reactions on social media. Watch this video and hear what Dan Iwuanyanwu has to say, and don't forget to share your thought with us.
My reaction is this. Once you are dissatisfied with the process of an election or its results, it is settled that you are entitled to all the essential materials used for that election to prove your case, bring your evidence and your facts. That is settled. If you check all the election petition cases, courts are unanimous on that. I had in mind that there was no way the petitioners will not be given the opportunity to look at the sensitive materials used in the election. We listened to the lawyer, to one of the petitioners. We didn't hear the other side. That's why I said, let me read the judgment. As a lawyer, I have to read the judgment. There may be some conditionalities attached to it. He's saying that the prayer of INEC was not granted, and the other one was refused. But your intro, you said INEC has been allowed
to reconfigure
the BVAs. If the configuring of the BVAs will not tamper with the BVAs as per the information it had, and that's why I said I have to read the judgment of the court. You know, BVAs has a lot of information. It has a memory. And it's like your phone. You put it off, by the time you put it on, messages start coming in. So if it will hamper, or it will not hamper the getting of information regarding the election, its conduct, votes per units, how it was transmitted, uploaded, as we have seen now, then there won't be problem with that. But if configuring it will affect the information required by the petitioners, then there is every need for us to worry. If INEC is to configure it now because of the election, then probably if we had the opportunity to speak, we would have said, okay, let us shift this election for a week or two. We still have a window to accommodate that, to enable all the petitioners have access to the information they require to prosecute their petition.
So part of the prayers and the fear of INEC is if you do not allow us to reconfigure, because the same BVAs were used for the presidential election are going to be used for the governorship election, and perhaps the window of the 2 weeks gap so INEC can put its house in order and get ready for the next election. But the court said you can reconfigure the BVAs. So part of the argument of INEC or the court today is that, look, we have a server that houses all of this information and it will be made available to the court. Now, that is the position. But historically speaking, can you give us your view about how you think this is going so far?
Well, I don't want to be speculative or anticipatory of the tribunals and the courts, but I know that you cannot prevent a petitioner access from having vital information he required, whether it is the BVAs, whether it is the server. In his own opinion, will help him prosecute his petition. And it is important, I say it again, that I must have to read the judgment. There may be other conditions. You know, you journalists will just take the summary or the highlights. There may be other things there, other conditions given in reconfiguring the BVAs machine. So as a lawyer, I have to read. I don't want to talk in abstract. If you bring me back here tomorrow, I will be able to satisfy you on this. I have to read that judgment this night.
And I mean, that's not an issue. I mean, every lawyer should be able to discuss or argue based on the fact.
I didn't hear the judges. I told you I just had it here.
And I
have not read it.
I
don't want to talk in abstract.
I totally
but if you bring me back tomorrow, I will interrogate the judgment.
So let's talk about the outcome of the election, the process, the conduct. What are your views about when you participated in the process, the outcome of this election? Give us your view of how things went down.
I want to say honestly that there were a lot of problems. There were issues across the states, like in any other election. I would be deceiving myself if I said that everything went well. And you recall, I had to speak after the chairman of IPAC spoke during the collation. And I made our views very clearly. In every election, you have people who will never allow things to work the normal way. Sheung, let me start with the BVAs. BVAs, there is nothing wrong with the BVAs machine. It is the way to go. But something is wrong with people operating the BVAs. It's in this climate, in this country. I've always said it. I don't know the kind of people God put here and their hearts, their minds, that nothing will work. INEC suffered with the political parties to get this in place. We interrogated it, top to bottom, front and back. And we said, BVAs is the way to go. At least BVAs have shown you that money politics cannot work. BVAs have shown you that how many places did you hear they carry ballot boxes, apart from the touts and the talks that they saw in other places. BVAs will authenticate, and you see people who will attempt to bypass the BVAs. So the problem we had was with the professors and those INEC put in the states. They betrayed the INEC chairman. They betrayed him thoroughly. They allowed themselves to be hijacked by the governors in the states, and they started taking their dictates. I'm not saying don't follow them for their own life. Follow them. But when you come back, put an affidavit. This thing was done under duress. We have taken care of that in the Electoral Act. We have taken care of that in the Electoral Act. Don't put your life in danger. Do as they wish. But immediately you are out of danger, inform the INEC. Look at what happened, look at what happened. INEC had just cancelled an election of the majority leader as a result of obtaining results under duress.
The INEC official says that he announced the result under duress.
Good.
And so
what stopped these professors from doing that? And INEC chairman, by the time he discovered it was too late. If you listen to me during the collation, I cited, that was what I was talking about when I said when Jesus Christ was here as a person, he had only 12 disciples. One betrayed him. Now you have 37. Expect 10 to be filled. I was referring to this intel. So you see a situation where people will not let things work. Everybody's talking about BVAs, BVAs, BVAs. There is no system today we have here that will be better than BVAs. And what I did that day, I think I saved Nigeria's democracy, because it was to collapse that very moment. Everybody was saying, cancel election, don't let it go on. No, we can't go that way. We cannot pull down the house. We cannot pull down the roof because you did not win. I did not win. I was in the election. I saw myself by the time I bought my ticket that I was going to take over President Buhari as the next president of Nigeria.
You told me so.
I told you so.
Yeah.
God bless you. And it seems that it's not working that way. Should I then pull down the house and the roof? Because I saw myself as going to take over from President Buhari, but it didn't work. It didn't work like that. So I cannot pull out the house. So what I did was to provide an opportunity, a window, for those that are grieved to go this process they are going now. If I had not done that through IPAC, and that thing had collapsed that day, they won't have opportunity. We had already said we don't want interim government. We don't want this. I brought a scenario to a friend just when he confronted me on this, a professor too. I said, look, what if the election was cancelled and the president will say, okay, this election was flawed as you want it, or as you wanted it. Now, council will start again. You people will come up with the argument, we don't want the same chairman to conduct it. The president puts another INEC chairman. The INEC chairman, after 1 week, will talk to Nigerians. I need 6 months, I need 1 year to tidy this up. Then you go on the street. We don't want it, you must do it now. You are getting to interim government, or you are getting to unconstitutional change of government. People should think and work with intels on what is happening. So I can pride myself that day that I saved this democracy. And when people are speaking, they should speak with understanding. I have told you, I was a runner. Look at all the elections coming. Somebody just few minutes.
But can you compare yourself to the likes of Atiku Abubakar, who polled well over 6 million votes, and Peter Obi, who polled about the same figure and won several states? You didn't win any state.
No.
But I mean, your stake and theirs might not be exactly the same.
No, that's based on the report, the result they are challenging. You see, as far as we went to the race, we're on the same platform. We're on the same platform. You, as we have seen it, maybe in course of interrogating the results, those who are not in court may have votes in their favor. True of us? It might happen. So no matter the level or the stake you have, Nigeria must exist before the position you are looking for. Don't get me wrong. Everything was not right with the election. But I do not want a situation where we lose this democracy that we have done for more than 2 years.
We have election in just about 2 or 3 days. Those are the governorship elections. Let's look at the things that went wrong with the hope of, and I'm very certain that a lot of INEC officials are watching and a lot of stakeholders are watching tonight. Let's have the mindset to say these are the wrong things and where INEC and Nigeria can get it right. Can you give us an understanding? You said BVAs was working, but there are those who betrayed the INEC chairman by working with fifth columnists in, subverting the process. But what are the other issues that you think that needed to be tackled? What were the other things that went wrong?
You see, we're talking about transmission of results. That was part of their concern.
What do you think went wrong there?
I was shocked. Where I voted, I was there. The result was transmitted.
In your presence?
In my presence. I saw it.
And it was confirmed?
And it was confirmed. So it was when I got to Abuja that I started hearing that they did not transmit. Maybe I was lucky. And that has to do...
Because first, there are two processes in transmitting the result. The result has to, first and foremost, when it's taken,
It was
just a moment, sir. If a picture is taken on the wall as pasted, it has to be stored first.
Yes.
So when it is stored, it gives you the signal that it's been stored.
Yes.
Then when you get into a network area, then you can then transmit.
In fact, when we have to transmit, we have done all that.
Into the RF portal?
Yes. There was no network. We started moving. 20%, 30, 40, 60, 80, this. We went. Within the same compound. Within the same school premises. The point is that those that betrayed the chairman didn't want it to work.
Who are these people?
The professors he kept in the States.
These are ad hoc officials?
No, they're not. They're what the ad hoc officers do.
Are they substantive INEC staff?
No. You know, there were people, collection officers in the States. You have some of them in different local governments and wards. How they did it, how they arrived at this, because before the election, we had agreed with INEC that this is the way to go. And I must say that I am yet to accept that Professor Mahmoud, people will attack that Professor Mahmoud was involved in this. He gave us all assurances. We asked all questions. He said, we even suggested, shall we postpone if anything, it was not ready. Go and ask all the political parties. He told us that he had done this thing. He has put everything he had on this project for 2 years. I cannot sabotage it at the 11th hour.
Could it be that he overpromised and under-delivered?
No. He was ready to deliver. But those, you see, next 10, we will not, with respect to, due respect to the professors, I don't think we have to have them again. If professors that are credible, there are some that are credible, we have them. But there are many. If you see what is coming out now, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. Why? Why destroy all the job we have done for 2 years? And now you want to crucify the man at the head. Of course, the buck ends on his desk. No doubt about it. But you have to give benefit of the doubt. I'm sure you had the result of their meeting, their meeting with the resident commissioners Thursday, Friday last week. He admonished them. He told them his mind.
But do you think he could have done anything better in the manner of handling the situation, the crisis at the time?
I told you that before he realized it. it was too late.
Were you in communication with him?
No, that's my intel. And I say so. Shehu, on the 20th, did I not say this thing will happen? Only AIT arise, and maybe you carried it. The press shut it down. I said the transmission of result will be tampered with. Get back to the net, go and verify. I said, and I expected the security and everybody to interrogate it. On the 20th of last month, 20th of February, before 25th, I addressed a press conference on this. I did. That critical infrastructure of INEC will be tampered with to stop the transmission of results to the server. I said so on the 20th. So I wasn't surprised. Press shut it down because that was not what they wanted to hear. In law, they said you must always listen to the other side. Listen to the other side. Maybe after listening to the other side, you may have opportunity to change your mind.
Let's take a pause. We'll take a break, and when we come back,